Good morning, welcome to Golden Hour. So this is a vinyasa class for all levels, and we have 30 minutes together today on the mat to help wake up the body and just help us start the day with intention, to move with the breath and to feel good. So we're going to start today in child's pose, knees wide apart, toes touching and reaching forward on your mat, letting your bottom sink back into your heels, forehead resting on the ground, and sending your breath through your body. Maybe this is the first time you've properly stopped today. So it can take a little time to help yourself sink into this pose and really slow down. So try not to apply any judgment to this. And letting the body breathe itself. You as a witness to the breath. From here, coming up and pulling yourself through onto your stomach, coming into Sphinx, pushing into your elbows, stacking them in line with shoulders, pushing to hands, looking tall through the crown of your head, pushing the tops of your feet into the mat, and either looking down between your thumbs or looking forward ahead of you. And from here, pushing yourself back and finding your way into puppy pose. So knees are stacked over hips, so hips, knees in one line. You're reaching forward, forehead is on the mat, sinking chest down. Breathing space into the upper back. One more deep breath. Beautiful. And pushing yourself back to child's pose. And we're going to come through a flow, going all the way through to a cobra, moving up to an up dog from child's pose. So we pull ourselves forward, coming into cobra, lifting up, and then back to child's pose. Again, sinking low, pulling up, pushing to hands, coming back. Inhale along the ground, pulling. Exhale, releasing back. Let's do that again, and let's explore if there's any possibility for upward facing dog. Maybe not today, maybe you're staying with cobra, or maybe you're testing lifting the knees and pulling back not downward facing dog, child's pose. Again, rolling forward, pulling up, pushing back, child's pose. From here, coming to all fours, tucking your toes under and pushing back into downward facing dog. adding any extra movement that you feel you want to go today. Maybe turning toes to one side, pushing away with your hands, switching sides, and arriving back in stillness. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up to the front. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And inhale, rising to stand. Hands to heart center. We'll move into some sun salutations. Inhale, hands reach. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank, lowering down. And then knees or toes for cobra or up dog. So either legs are down or lifting through the thighs. Pulling back. Looking to the front, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, bend your knees, finding your chair, reaching tall, tucking tailbone under, sinking down a little bit lower. Shining your chest at the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank and vinyasa. From here, right foot stepping in front of the mat, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, sinking down through the front knee. Hands to the mat. Whoop, quite a bit of wind here. Stepping back, plank, vinyasa. Left side, big step. Inhale, rising for warrior one. Exhale, sinking down a little lower. Hands to the mat. And vinyasa. Looking to the front of the mat. Stepping or jumping to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bending your knees, reaching to the sky, chair pose. Hands to heart center, standing. And from here, clasping hands behind your back. Slight back bend. And then folding forward. Releasing your shoulders. And then a slight micro bend in the knees. The weight is forward into the toes. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Cracking open the chest. And then releasing your hands to the mat. Stepping straight back into dog. Right leg stepping through to the front. Grounding in the back foot and rising up. Warrior one. Clasping your hands behind your back. And from here we can walk that right foot all the way to the edge of the mat. So we're setting up for humble warrior. Little back bend and bending through the front knee, releasing your head down to the mat. So squaring off the hips, your left hip is going to be wanting to pull backwards. See if you can push it forwards. And breathing space. Inhale, rising up, walking your foot back, and then opening up, warrior two. So think about opening through this back hip. You might need to walk this front heel a little more in line with the arch rather than heel to heel, so we allow that opening of the hip, bending through the front knee, opening through the arms, strong through your fingers. And from here, windmilling the arms is opening straight up into a twist. Hands to the mat, walking that foot out to the side, coming in for our lizard. So you maybe want to drop the back knee, open through the chest, sending your breath to your hip. Staying here, maybe climbing down. You'd like a variation coming up and then pushing your hand, opening that knee, opening through the chest. So on the outer edge of the right foot. And then our final variation, bending through the back knee and catching your foot with your hand. So chest, hips. Lots of different muscle groups working here. Releasing, hands to the mat, stepping back, lowering down into your flow. From here, left leg, big step, grounding in the back foot. And rising up, warrior one, bending through the front knee. Walking that foot out to the side, clasping your hands, little back bend, and lowering down, humble warrior. So if you're always clasping your hands with the same finger on top, you are welcome to try switching your grip to the more awkward grip, just seeing how that feels. Pulling right hip forward. And whatever you remember, feeling your inhales and exhales. Inhale, rising back up, walking that foot back in and opening up, warrior two. See if you can relax the face. Hands to the mat and walking that foot all the way over, coming into lizard, dropping the back knee or open through the chest. Staying here, maybe dropping down. And then if you're up for the variation today, climbing up, coming to the outer edge of the left foot and pushing with your hand to open through the knee a little more. staying here or reaching for the back foot, pressing foot into hand. And wherever you are, you're breathing. We have a tendency to hold the breath when things get a little more intense. Beautiful, releasing hand and foot. And then optional vinyasa or straight back to dog. From here, walking yourself straight back to a forward fold back of your mat, allowing your head to drop. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, peace finger and thumbs, holding onto your big toe. You can start with bending your knees first. Releasing your shoulders, elbows away from the body. And then exploring if there's any room to straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, sliding the palms under your feet. Again, you can have a big, generous bend. Letting any tension melt away with your breath. Releasing your feet and walking yourself back out to downward facing dog. Option here to take child's pose, but we'll stay here for a few breaths. Coming up, back into dog if you're down in child's pose. And from here, we're going to come into dolphin. So placing elbows down on the mat, forearm, and then starting to walk our feet in a little closer. Your gaze is in between your elbows, so looking straight down. And just experimenting, maybe tiptoeing in a little further. And from here, we're going to try lifting one leg at a time. So starting with our right leg, lifting it high to the sky. Weight is even across both arms. Pressing your hands down, shoulders away from the ears. Releasing right foot. So let's move over to the left. Beautiful, releasing left, and then walking yourself down into a forearm plank. Holding for a little longer. And then from here, releasing back down into Sphinx. From here, hands come under the shoulders, and we're pushing ourselves up and back into downward facing dog. Looking to the front of your mat, walking, hopping, floating to the front, making your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, hands sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. Just feeling your breath. Inhale, hands sweep. Exhale, folding down. And then from here, walking your feet out nice and wide. Toes are pointing out. And we're coming down, bending one at a time, moving our weight from side to side. So we're going to move into Bakasana crow pose. So we want hands nice and firm on the ground. I might jump back a little bit. Hands are firm on the ground, having fingers wide. We want to be pushing our weight forward, and we want to be looking forward. If we're looking down, it's going to be easier to fall. And if you're a bit scared about falling, we can just be testing one leg at a time, lifting up. But we want to bring our knees as high as possible on our upper arm, because they will slide down a bit. And if you're starting here, they're going to slide straight off. So really think about placing your knees as high as you can. So coming up on toes, hooking knees into your forearm, and just practice shifting your weight forward, not coming off at all, but just that feeling, looking forward. So just starting to play here. If that felt okay and you want to progress from there, you can come with me. If not, you're welcome to keep working on that little balance. So if you're up for the full crow, looking forward, hooking your knees, and then slowly reaching feet off. Trying to bring toes high, just balancing in your crow. Using your fingers to kind of adjust the balance gently. And when you're ready, coming down, have a little shake out, the legs, the arms. We'll do one more round. So you just test where you're at today. It's going to make you feel more safe. You can always add a pillow at the front of your mat. But wherever you are, let's give it another go. Hands grounding, elbows tucked in close, and knees hooking high on the arm. Breathing, maybe smiling, trying to lose the seriousness. And then when you're ready, coming out of the pose. Beautiful work. From here, sitting down, coming to rest on your bottom, stretching out your arms. We can open up nice and wide. And from here, reaching tall and folding forward. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. It's a good way to reconnect to ourselves, to ground down to the earth after flying. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold deeper. From here, releasing hands to your feet, rolling yourself down. We have a fair few birds joining us today. Hugging knees into chest. And we'll move into bridge, so feet nice and close by your bottom. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands, pressing palms into the mat, lifting up tall, driving through your glutes. If you want more, you can clasp the hands under your bottom, reaching long on the floor. Wherever you are, lifting 1 more centimeter. And rolling back down. Feet come wide, knees knock together. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Coming back, we'll do one more round. So pushing yourself up, clasping your hands. So either staying here, or you can come with me to lift one leg at a time. So transferring your weight over to the left foot, bringing your right knee up, staying here, extending through the leg, lifting up evenly through both glutes, and then calming down, shifting weight over to the right, picking up the left foot, bending your left knee, and then testing, straightening out the leg. Smiling at the sky, deep, steady, even breathing. Releasing the foot, lifting up one more time, and lowering down. Knees hug in. You can close your eyes here. From here, coming into a nice gentle twist. Both knees drop to the left. You extending out your right arm to the right. Beautiful, back through center and switching sides. Melting down with every breath. See if there's any tension in the mind or in the body we're still holding. And see if you can release it. Coming back through center, knees hug in and finding happy baby. Bending through the knees, dropping tailbone down towards the mat. Inhale, and a big deep exhale. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, exhale. From here, slowly releasing arms and legs. Shavasana, corpse pose. From here, moving fingers and toes. Reaching your hands overhead, giving yourself a stretch. And coming up, knees into chest. And gently, in your own time, you make your way to sit. Coming either to sit cross-legged or up on your shins. Sending some deep breaths through the body. Blinking open the eyes, hands to heart center, and bowing down towards yourself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning in this class. I hope you had a beautiful practice, and yeah, if you're enjoying the classes, please feel free to leave me a comment. It's really fun to hear from you all. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, any requests, please also feel free to leave them in the comments. And I'll see you in another class soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.